Is there a specific song that you wrote down that made you say, yo, this is fire, I'm gonna pursue this?
Mm,
Or is it like it's too far back to remember?
it's kind of too far back to remember, but I could start with like on a Seventh Thomas beat, Shawty, I can't deny,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then because Seven was like, yo, this shit's fire,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot to move a man like that, so it was like, yo, that fire. So when he heard that, I was like, yo, and then I did that little EP, and then it was like, yo, it was booming. But yeah, sorry to even touch back on like artists I've written for. Like I've written for Glen Lewis, the Karl Wolf, like a lot of records for Karl Wolf.
Welcome back to another episode of the Matt Alexander podcast. And on today's episode, I got a special guest who goes by the name of Christian John. What's good, bro?
What's goody, sir? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever time zone you're at. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you. I'm good.
Yeah, man, I had to get you on the podcast, man. I've known you from a long time. You know, you're a singer, you're a musician, and I thought it was only right. I had to get you on here, man.
I'm actually grateful and thank you, man. I'm grateful that you got me on here, and I'm actually proud of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Putting on for your city and putting on for the community. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you as well, man. I'm just, trying to do my thing. As you remember back in the day when we would be chilling all the time, we used to have those musical conversations and conversations about life, So it was only right I had to, make a podcast to show the world what we do.
Oh, of course, man. Like especially coming from that neighborhood, man. The Appleways, man. It's lots of legends, man, and it's lots of legendary moments too. So it's only right that a person like you, and you always been documenting stuff too from back in the day till now anyway. So it's only right that you actually come up with your own podcast and really show the world. Because you got footage, stamp proof.
Exactly. A lot of footage from like 10, 15 years ago, of all the things we used to do from like studio sessions, going to parties, barbecues,
In the
everything.
neighborhood, everything.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Well, who knows? Maybe one day I'll put some of this stuff out for the world to see. Who knows?
I think you should do like a docu-film, man. Might as well do like a documentary on the whole movement, the Crab Appleways and the whole movement. And hey, man, why not?
I agree. Stay tuned.
That'll be a dope.
Stay tuned.
Exactly,
No.
exactly, exactly.
But for those who don't know, who is Christian John?
Christian John is an artist, singer, songwriter, producer, um, Jamaican born. Um, I used to go by the name Show Stevens or Show, but currently changed the artist name, revamped the whole imagery. You know what I'm saying? You know how it goes, man.
Yeah. Was there like a
So
specific reason as to why you wanted to do a revamp?
I think sometimes shows run its course and like the certain in the music industry in a sense, like in the Toronto scene, it's like, like a lot of artists do it every now and again. Like, they revamp and
Yeah.
they rebrand and they bounce back and then they do, you know what I'm saying?
Even greater things
No,
than they previously
yeah,
did.
exactly. No,
Yeah.
no particular reason. It's just, when you find yourself and you find your true essence in just like putting out greater music than you did before and
Mm-hmm.
growth and experience brings change.
Yeah. How was it coming up as a musician in Toronto in the early years when there wasn't a scene over here?
Um, Toronto is a different city. Everywhere I go, I tell people that. Like, I love Toronto. Like, with all my heart, I do my time in Toronto. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but Toronto is a different city. If you don't got it, people are not looking at you like that. Like, you gotta have some talent. People gotta know who you are, know what neighborhood you're from, your clique, and whatever. So it's you have to go out there and really put that work in and make a name for yourself for people to recognize who you are. That's Toronto. and I'm pretty sure it's like everywhere, but Toronto has that screw face capital, that hate. Like it's real. That shit is real for real, for real. Like, you know?
Yeah, and
It's
coming.
like, but they hate and love you at the same time. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's
I
weird.
agree. It's like you gotta go through your battles coming from Toronto, and like if you're lucky enough to make it out, that's when you'll get that stamp of approval, and people will be like,
Exactly.
"All right, this guy made it out the Screwface capital. Big up," you know?
Exactly. And it's sad because, man, I honestly believe Toronto birthed so many. I see people like, oh, the US, and no shots taken at America, but we birthed the
Yeah,
singer, rapper, the melodies from day one.
I agree.
From day one. Like we we invented that.
Since like the early
So it's,
2000s, it's just that we
come
didn't
on,
have the light on
2000 from
us.
the 90s.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
just we just never had the light on us to say, yo. But the early 2000s when the young boys like yourself and E Pizzy, Caesar Benji and them on the, you
yeah,
see what I say?
yeah,
Seven Thomas and them man, they start really woo woo woo, big odds start. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Like really making that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're
Young
making
and
that
start
noise.
making those moves,
Yeah,
showing people like, yo, we have that singing, rapping, melody type of vibe, flowing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And but it really got put on the map with like Drake, because as
Oh,
he
of course.
started doing like the singing and the rapping, incorporating
Yeah,
it into one.
yeah,
Yeah, no
yeah.
one really seen that before, but like low
I
key,
agree.
we were like doing that stuff from time,
Every
you know?
day, every day. This is an Apple Waves vibe. Every day. I feel like once you have that Caribbean background, or
Hmm.
that we're very multicultural, and we're very cultural at the same time too. But yo, the Caribbean culture is so heavy influence there. So we mix the patois with the R&B and the hip hop vibe. That's where we get that swing from. You know what I'm saying?
And I can't lie, I have to big you up too because I don't know if you remember, but you remember back in the day, you were always the man that used to start the vibes off. You'd be singing or telling us, let's go to the studio, let's do this, make beats.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. To be honest, if that's what it is, I'm gonna take it. I
Yeah.
don't. It's been so much. Like when you do so much, we've done so much stuff. I don't pay attention to the things we do, but you don't see the mark that you actually leave on people. You know what I'm saying? That you're left
Yeah.
behind. So I'm gonna take that. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. I had to let it be known, man. I got to let people know some of the backgrounds, the behind the scenes.
Oh, of course, of course.
Hmm. Who inspired you to make music?
To make music, like I come from a musical background, so I was born in Jamaica. I started singing at the age of 7 in church choirs and such. And my uncle Iroy, like back in the 80s, back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. So there's Uroy, the reggae artist, and then there's Iroy. So that's my mom's older brother. So I grew up in his household in Spanish Town. So as a child, I saw like him doing, you know what I'm saying? And he had a song called Turbotronic, the Bionics. Like, we have Stone Love and then you have Turbotronics, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I used to, as a child, I used to hear the music. So that's one inspiration from him. And then both my parents sing anyways, right? My mom and my pop sing. And then my inspiration is from like, I like James Brown, Bobby Brown,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Rick James,
All.
Sam Cooke, Marvin Gaye, like all the legends, like, you know what I'm saying? And then obviously you trickle over to like the Chris Browns, and then I'm still gonna go back to Sugar Prince. If you don't know, now you know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so forth, and you know what I'm saying? The Glen Lewis and the Aeon Clark. So I have a lot of inspiration from the back in the day to like, you know what I'm saying, current.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the first song you wrote that made you say, I can take music seriously? And what songs have you wrote for other artists? Because I know you're a songwriter as well.
Oh man. Um I was probably like 13. And it was like obviously my mom knew I could sing, but it's like poetry, right? And then she's like, yo, that's pretty cool. And I'm like, what? And she's like, the fact that you could like make words rhyme and it makes sense and stick
Mm.
to the actual the topic, stick on the topic that
Yeah.
you're talking about or whatever. So she's like, yo, that's dope. And I was like 13. But I never took it seriously until I don't remember who approached me. Like a few people approached me and said, yo, you should start like doing hooks and writing for people. But like you said, I'm always been the guy to, as soon as I hear a beat, I can give you 2, 3 different flows on it. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And then from then I started seeing that, yo, the pen is like very heavy, man. It's mighty. So I took it serious, but you know,
Is there
I'm
a
gonna say like when I was 13.
okay? Is there
And
a,
mhm.
is there a specific song that you wrote down that made you say, "Yo, this is fire. I'm gonna pursue this,"
Mm,
or is it like too far back to remember?
it's kind of too far back to remember, but I could start with like on a Seven Thomas beat, Shawty, I can't deny,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then because Seven was like, yo, this shit's fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot to move a man like that. So it was like, yo, that fire. So when he heard that, I was like, yo. And then I did that little EP, and then it was like, yo, it was booming. But yeah,
Okay.
sorry to even touch back on like artists I've written for. Like I've written for Glen Lewis, for Karl Wolf, like a lot of records for Karl Wolf. A lot of local artists too as well. Blake McGrath, CNN Heroes. Um, so far, that's what I could really remember.
Okay. So
Yeah.
how did that come together? Did they approach you, or did someone find you and let them know and connect you?
Yeah, there's like a few people that connected me, like
Okay.
voice connected me with a lot of like the vibes. I had a manager at the time, Jackie, and she was managing. Actually, it used to be a clique actually. So me, Voice Alexander, which is Aeon Clark, Drake, D10, Boi1da, and then myself. And we were managed by Jazzy. He
Okay.
used to work the street. Used to Jazzy used to work the street team for Bad Boy for Puffy back
Okay.
in the '90s. In the
Oh,
'90s, yeah. And I got introduced to Jazzy. I'm trying to remember how I got introduced to Jazzy, and then we formed like a super clique. And D10 and I went to high school together, so that was like automatic.
yeah.
And then Aeon introduced me to Drake, and then it was like boom, 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 and then we were in the studio every day or every weekend, just grinding and making hits. But it's always and then to fast forward, I met Jackie through my boy Beat Merchant,
Okay.
and he introduced me to Jackie, and she managed Carl at the time, or agent for Carl, and she's like, "Yo, Carl, I know this guy. He could write." And he was like, "Nah,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, everybody try to downplay you when they hear that you do music. You know how it goes. A man tell you
Of
they could sing or rap, and they're like, yeah, bro."
course. Yeah.
And then when you hear the record, and then the first session I stepped in the studio with Carl, I wrote "Mash It Up" featuring Juicy J, and it was like boom, it was automatic after that.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, and then after that, I wrote like 3 albums with him. I wrote Magic Hotel featuring Timberland with him. Um, yeah, man.
Okay. So you can say your pen game strong.
My pen game is okay.
So
Yeah.
what's your favorite song you've recorded thus far?
My favorite song? Oh man. I don't know. I recorded one yesterday. It's called like I'm working on a reggae project. I got a sync license deal, like a sync licensing with BMG.
Okay.
Through a label called Depth 7. Like, you know, Jackie runs that label too. I don't know. There's one called Not Giving Up I Like. It's all reggae because I'm doing this reggae EP for BMG. So that and Knocking Down Babylon. It's like I'm gonna say Knocking Down Babylon right now.
Okay. I don't want to put you on the spot, but give us a little sample, or is it too exclusive?
It's exclusive, but I could give you a vibe. Um, so Knocking on Babylon with me, like How long do we have to suffer? Mm, while am we under pressure? You know what I'm saying? Them not leave with no choice. Then them take away your rights. This is survival time. People, let's unite. Whoa, come back, we switch up. Give me liberation, we're knocking down Babylon. You know, them type of vibe there.
Yeah, I can't lie. I need to hear that on the beat. It sounds
Yeah.
fire,
So it's
acapella.
like it's a real reggae, like it's a anthem. It's talking about the systematic, foolishness. You know what the
Yeah,
system
yeah,
do,
yeah.
man. And we're just like, it's time to liberate yourself and liberate us as a culture and us even as a people from the foolishness and the foolery. You just gotta pay attention to a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that's what it's really about. And also about, I believe, and some of the lyrics is, I believe the children are the future. So the system needs to change. We need a revolution.
Yeah, it's like a positive vibe record.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Very conscious, but at the same time, it's really, really, really positive too.
Okay, okay. Yeah, you usually can't go wrong with those type of records. And those type of
No, hell
records
no.
usually resonate with the people.
That's the key, right? You gotta
Exactly.
you gotta resonate with the people. This music is not for me, it's for everyone, right? It's not
Exactly.
just for me.
And
I
that's how
might
it should be.
exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What creative process like when it comes to making music?
My creative process is usually I'm weird. Like a weird type of guy. Like I don't know if you noticed, when I was young, I used to take the train. Like my favorite toy as a kid was the train.
Hmm.
So I used to take the train and ride from like Kennedy to all the way to the west end, the east side to the west end, and just mess the beat. Or if I'm in a studio, then I just vibe. I'll vibe with the beat and then make two, three different songs, four different hooks for the same, and then pick the best one, the best melody that goes with it. So that's usually like my writing process. Like I'm to myself, or if I'm around, then I'll bounce ideas off,
Yeah,
man like you, Seven and Caesar Benji on the Monday. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
know the vibe.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because a lot of people don't really know what it takes to actually build a song or like the creative process behind a song. They think like
Oh,
you just hear the beat and then you just go.
yeah, no, no, man. You gotta, it's gotta be a marriage with the beat, the lyrical content, the melody, and the
Exactly.
story, and also the story you're
Exactly.
trying to write, or the picture you're trying to paint. You know what I'm saying? When
Exactly.
I write, I want you to see it and actually experience it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Music is the only thing that you could go back in time, and you can live in the current, present, and you know what I'm saying, and transcend to the future too. So it's
Exactly.
like I wanna take you back, take you in the present, and then let you imagine what the future would be like. So that's,
Mhm.
it's not as easy as people really think it is.
I know.
It's a lot, and you got to be crazy musically inclined too to really
Exactly.
capture capture people.
Because when I have conversations with people, I try to let them know you gotta listen to like the sonics or like the way the beat drops or like the hi hats or
Yes,
the
sir.
bass drops and certain stuff like that. It
I
goes
agree.
it's very in depth. It's an in depth process. You
Oh,
know.
very. Is very. You're right. Like, I'm a man. Like, you could actually just sing on a bass line alone.
Yeah.
Like, there's a specific flow that you have on a bass line, or there's a specific vibe with the hi hats. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Exactly.
And like I said, man, we've been doing this. Like,
Exactly.
I ain't gotta say much. You've been doing it. Caesar Benji been doing this. Seven
Exactly.
Thomas and them on, they've been doing this. So, and that's the vibe, you know?
Exactly. It goes way deeper than meets the eye. You know.
Yeah, then just, you hear a beat and you write a song. And a lot of people think that you hear a beat and write a song and it's just a hit record. Like, no. Like, not every record I write is a hit record. There's good songs and there's hits, and
Exactly.
there's dope, like, vibes, and it creates a mood, you know? Cruise
Facts.
music. I like cruising music. The reason why I like cruising music more, I like because slow and steady win the race in a sense for me.
I agree.
Like, I like creepers instead of I'm gonna say creepers instead of cruising music. Like, creepers meaning like you're cruising, it's a hit, but you don't realize till y'all the end of the trip, you're like, yo, Damn, that's what he was talking about?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, it lets you think, you know?
Yeah.
I like creepers like that. That just,
Nothing good comes when it's too quick.
of course not.
You know, the like you said, the steady wins the race. That's always the best way.
Yeah, slow and steady win the race, man.
Mm-hmm. How would you describe your music?
My music is a mixture of everything. Very reggae based, influential R&B, like contemporary R&B. I'm an old school guy. I like real R&B. I don't like all this redundant B and ho and all that stuff. I don't put that in my music anyways because I feel like, yo, and I have daughters, so I feel like if you're gonna put something out, just remember the youth them are paying attention to what you're saying, and you're trying to influence a whole generation. So
Mm-hmm.
the
I agree.
best thing is to sorry, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The best thing is to um inspire the youths, you know? Or if you're gonna talk about like what you've been through, whether it's the hood or the hustling, but yeah, you can touch on it, but you say, I had to do that because I had no choice,
Mm-hmm.
or I had a choice, but I chose this path. But you don't have to do it. But I feel like you don't have to do that to get, to get to where you need to. So I always pay attention to what I say because
Yeah,
yo, words are very powerful and people, the tongue is very mighty. People, they think that when you listen to a song, fam, if you really listen to a song, you have to really take it in of what a person is really saying,
yeah,
because it's very powerful, man. The energy you put out from your tongue, just know you're gonna receive it. If you're
exactly.
preaching about womb, womb, womb all day, what do you think you're gonna get
Exactly.
eventually?
And it's crazy that you say that because in this day and age, a lot of people just listen to the beat. They're not even really listening to the message
I don't
that's on the beat.
facts,
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
facts. Nobody pays attention to the the message, your lyrical content. Nobody even care about lyrics no more. They just want to be in a club or want to hear a bounce and they're like, oh. But like I said, I like slow and steady and creepers. Like for instance, I make a lot of like female records. Like I make a lot of different type of records anyways.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I make a lot of female records. And the records I tend to make is, yo, after you party, do you whatever, you drink, you smoke, whatever you do to take you to that, that vibe. After you come down off that vibe or that high, I want you to listen to something conscious
Mm-hmm.
because you don't party every day.
Exactly.
The sun don't shine every day. Some day it's cloudy, some day it's gloomy, whatever you want to say. Some day it rains. So you're not gonna party every day. So
Right.
the days you're not partying, when you come to your senses, what are you listening to? That's the type of music I want to make. That's the
True.
type of music I make. So when you get a message.
And
You
it'll
know what I'm
last
saying?
longer. They'll have longevity.
Of course, of course, of course. It has to.
Mm-hmm.
It has to. Because everyone excuse me, we all have it. As humans, we all have this in common. A lot of things in common, but this one thing we have in common. We have a conscience.
Right.
And your conscience eventually keeps at you. If you did something good or you did something bad or whatever the case may be, your
Mhm.
conscience is at you all day, every day. So if you hear a song subconsciously, it's in the back of your head throughout the whole day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we all have that in common. And once that thing starts playing, that's it.
What top three artists, dead or alive, would you love to collab with and why?
Um, I'm gonna say Tupac. Tupac, one, because Tupac changed the culture. People, you know what the crazy thing is? I hear a lot of people say Tupac's not. How is Tupac a legend? I said, I'm gonna break it down for you. Tupac started this, or he made nose piercing popular, bald head in a sense in the 90s, crazy popular.
Mhm.
Tattoos on the chest. That birthed Lil Wayne. And that's even too far early, late. That birthed DMX, Ja Rules, Lil Wayne's, and all these other cats that tattooed as a, you know what I'm saying? So Tupac shaped the culture and then the message. Tupac will give you a hit 'em up, but then he'll give you a Brenda to have a baby.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you. Dear Mama. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So Tupac, and then so I would love to really, even if I don't get to work with him, to pick his brain to see like what he was thinking.
Yeah. His
You
thought
know what I'm
process
saying?
on a lot
His
of stuff.
thought process and like, yo, how you do all that. You know what I'm saying? And how you change a whole culture. You change the culture, you change a game. You know? That's one. Um, I'm gonna say my uncle for what he did in the reggae culture. And I heard, not even heard, like I know today I know he has 70 studio albums.
Who?
70. I might even, like, my mom, she's like, yo, there's 70. She know of, there's more. I don't know if people say yo, work, yo, his work ethic is crazy. Ethics is crazy to do that.
Of
And if
course.
you don't know who he is, like I said, his name is Iroy. The video game, Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, Sidewalk Killer, Sidewalk Doctor, that's my uncle. The very first Grand Theft Auto, he's on that. Then he
Okay.
has a song called This Is Black Man, This a Black Man Time. You know, from back then, he's making records like that. And well, they know what the young gal want. So him now with his, and he was very smart too. He was an artist, he can draw, and he was an accountant at the same time and a
Oh,
musician. So he was nuts. He was like crazy,
wow. That's crazy.
crazy, like genius, like genius. So that's two dead. Alive, I'm gonna say seven and Caesar Benji and Youngin.
Okay. Okay.
Reason being, we started this like making a band shit. Niggas don't know. Like people don't know. Like Wyclef used to come to the basement. These niggas were free. Sorry to use that, but you guys were freestyling for Wyclef in the basement, in the on the ends. You know what I'm saying? And I could say more. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the chemistry that we had, all four of us, was insane. Was insane. It's just so, and I feel like the stuff that even we made then is current now,
I know.
and it's crazy.
I think we were
Like,
like
and I go,
our time, to be
you
honest.
have you have to be. If you're a musical genius, you're gonna be ahead of your time.
Yeah. And
You know.
like as I said at the start of this
Mm.
interview, I used to enjoy, waking up every day and going to the house, and you all were there, and it was just like a vibe every single day. It was never a dull moment. Soon as we get up there, maybe one
Oh man,
in the afternoon, we're running
come on.
all night. We're just coming up with ideas. We're having music conversations and just and life conversations. It was just never a dull moment, man. I miss those times, man.
I
Crazy.
miss those like crazy, like crazy. I'm a like E used to have a crazy flow, crazy. And that's a talent I feel like yo he could, and I feel like Caesar is nuts too. Like he could really like take it there lyrically and flow. Caesar was that flow.
Yeah,
He
man.
had all that vibe. You know what I'm saying? And then you got that. You know what I'm saying? That Ace Hood type of them skills and wittiness. And yo, you know something funny? You know who I used to go to for like, you know who knows hits? And I'm gonna tell you this for real. And a lot of, and you guys didn't notice. I used to go to Scrappy.
Big up Scrappy. Yeah, man.
Yo,
Yeah.
if I send Scrappy something, and Scrappy's like, nah, it's whatever. But when Scrappy says, yo, it's a hit, yo, trust me,
Yeah. I can't lie.
it's a hit.
Man, You gotta go.
Scrap Dog and Dead Eyes used to hit me like that too. Dead Eyes used to be like, yo, that one the bud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Scrappy used to give me that
He gives,
stamp.
yeah,
Yo,
he gives it to you real raw and uncut,
real,
you know?
right there.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah. If
You
usually,
know, he'll tell you if it's wacky, be like, nah.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And
So
the Scrappy's a man that has a
uh,
good ear for what's a hit and
uh,
what's not a hit.
crazy. His ear is insane. He should be just an A&R. Just use his ear alone for talent. I
Mm-hmm.
think he's wasting his talent
Mm-hmm.
because Scrappy could tell you off the bat, yo, that's a hit.
Or
And
maybe
it's
it's a talent
guaranteed.
he has that he just doesn't know, you know? I don't know.
Now he knows. I think he knows it. For him, for him, I think he gets more pleasure of seeing us like, yo, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's the fam. Yeah. I live vicariously through you guys, through the music like that, what you guys do.
yeah,
He knows. It's just that, he lives through us in a sense, from
yeah.
that perspective, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
Or maybe he doesn't. Or maybe he doesn't realize that he has that talent too. You could be right.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to, just ask or
Mm-hmm.
answer to that question, Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
It,
a
ta-
man
it
to
takes a
ask.
it takes a special talent to hear hits, hear music
You gotta have
on
the
a whole different level. Yeah. You gotta have the air. And you like, you know what I'm saying? And as an artist too, you gotta have a hit factor too. Like there's a lot of crazy artists, but at the same time, there's a lot of dope artists. A lot of guys could rap. A lot of guys are trying to rap. A lot of guys can sing. A lot of people that's trying. But you gotta also have that hit factor.
Yeah, man.
One, you have to have a hit record. You have to have the look. You have to have that whole whatever vibe or imagery you're going for. You gotta have that. It gotta be the whole package. You know what
I
I'm saying? Personality.
I agree.
Yeah.
I know you've performed live many times. Where have you performed?
Oh my God. Um, I've opened up for Jeremiah in the US, DC, North Carolina. I've toured with Akon for like 30 days with Karl Wolf, Brenda Mullen, BAE. Um, I've we performed for Boi1da in front of like 20,000
Oh, damn. How was that?
kids, people. How is it? It's just crazy. Crazy. Just 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 imagine performing in the Sky Dome. And we did that I think it's in Winnipeg. Like the Sky Dome of Winnipeg. We did that there.
Okay.
So just imagine that. Bro, all you see is lights. All you see is cell phone lights.
Yeah.
Like when the light goes off, and then all you see is like cell phone lights. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine the
The
vibe.
camera lights on, and you see like 20,000 kids or people, and you're like, yo, this is so real. It's insane. And then people gravitate to your performance and the message in the song.
Hmm.
It's a whole different ball game. The production that goes behind that is a different ball game. It's different from 300, 1,000 to, and like we did all sold out shows with Akon across Canada, anyways, all like sold out,
Yeah.
like every venue packed
Damn, that's crazy. What an
from East Coast to all the way on the tour bus to West Coast. We did that 30 days or something like that or more. And and then when you leave from like everything is sold out, but it's like 1,000 and up, maybe 2,000 people, 1,500 people every night. But then when you go from that to 20,000, it's a different ballgame.
Yeah, for 100%.
It's a different feeling. It's a different energy. It's a different ballgame. You know, like if you got stage fright, if you have stage fright, that it ain't for you.
Yeah.
The big stage ain't for you.
Another question that leads or that's connected to that one: what places have you recorded throughout your life, like in the States, Canada?
I
Some of the
recorded
most
in
memorable times.
yeah. So for the US, I recorded in North Carolina, like at one of my homies' studio. Um, Back in the day, North Carolina. That's Toronto. Oh my God, some history, man. Sunny Diamonds, like classic studio. Sunny Diamonds, classic. Um, Cherry Beach Studio.
Okay, yeah.
Classic, another classic.
Did you ever go to Phase One?
No, Metalworks.
Okay.
Metalworks. You know those major studios, Metalworks. Yeah. But and I'm not taking anything away from Metalworks because it's and Cherry Beach legendary. But I think Sunny Diamonds is one of the most legendary studios in Toronto. I think every major Toronto, major, non-major artist has been through Sunny Diamonds, like the Biggers. And Biggers brought me to Sunny Diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? And that's where you, Caesar Benji, Boi1da, Seven Thomas, myself, Biggers again, yeah. Brian.
A lot of people came through there. Even artists.
Aeon Clark Voice, even major artists, like major artists. You know what I'm saying? The P Rains, the whole, like we know that like we can go on.
A lot of people don't know in the early years, Tory Lanez used to record there too.
Tory Lanez, yes. Tory Lanez. So Sunny Diamonds, legendary. Mm. Legendary.
I agree with that for sure.
You know? Mm-hmm. Dizzy and man like Dizzy and
Lindo P.
Yeah.
Rose.
Yeah, Rose.
A lot of people.
Movado too.
Movado, I remember that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo.
A lot of people came through there.
It's a legendary studio, man. A legendary studio.
I remember we used to go there. We used to spend the whole day there. Whole day.
Man, there was
I don't know if you remember this. If you remember what we used to do every day, we'd go there in the afternoon, stay till the night. And then I remember we used to live on Sunrise. We used to always get Sunrise. And then we used to bring the Sunrise back to the studio.
Let's go. Like that's a everyday routine.
Everyday
routine. There's like 2-3 production rooms. You're bouncing from different rooms.
Yeah.
Whoever's recording, Caesar could be recording a verse or a song.
Yeah.
And you're in the production room with 7 going at it. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. We're just bouncing off energies, yo. That's what I'm saying. That spot is super legendary.
Mm-hmm,
that's the like I said, like I've been to Cherry Beach and like these crazy studios, you know, you pay out the yin yang, but at the same time, the energy in Sunny Diamonds is way different.
Exactly.
I don't care what nobody tell me. It's way different.
Trust me. I think energy plays a main key when it comes to making music too, man. And
I
like
agree.
How the setup was, as you stated, with like the 2 production rooms and then the main studio, coming in, people vibing with you, and then
and people chilling, even people chilling in the lounge area, just listening to the stuff that's going crazy.
People are like,
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy, yo, what the heck? And then you also meet new people that may want to collab with you or may want to purchase.
Hell yeah.
And you know, it's like networking.
The Rekoyas, them Monday. Is that what I say?
The vibe.
So it's the vibe is crazy. The vibration is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What would be your main message to your supporters and new supporters?
My main message is, yo, stay tuned. I'm gonna drop bare tunes for your head top for real.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm back with a bang, man. I won't say much. You're just gonna see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's all positive. It's all love, because that's what we're about. We're about positivity. We're supposed to inspire, love, and make changes. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And growth. Yeah. That's my message. And like I said, stay tuned. I got a couple EPs with with BMG Music Group, and on the Sync side, you know what I'm saying, a reggae EP that's about to drop soon. The Heart of the Lion, which is a tribute to my late uncle, great Iroy. You know what I'm saying, late great Iroy. The legend, you know what I'm saying. And I had one Christian John, R&B, like contemporary R&B. One, Popish too, Popish Soul.
Damn, so you got a lot of projects going at the same time.
I got a lot of projects. I got a lot of stuff. There's talks about a publishing deal, so you know what I'm saying. I got a few things in the woodwork.
Yeah.
And there's talking about a little reggae You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Might be the lane that's about to. So the grace of God is working. You know what I'm saying?
And what I see that you're doing, it's like you're kind of cornering the market because you're touching basically every genre.
But what do you mean? This is what I do.
Yeah, let them know.
This yeah, this is what I do. Like I can flow, I can rap, I can sing, I can DJ and dancehall. Then I can do real reggae, like
Mhm.
one drop, lovers rock. You know what I'm saying? Like don't get it twisted. This is what I do.
Yeah, that's why
Like it's not to be
all over
cocky,
the
but
world.
it's being confident and let you know I can do this. You
Yeah.
know?
And you're not just contained to one genre. You can do every genre.
No, you crazy? You crazy?
I hear that.
I'm a circle. I'm a circle. I'm not a box. You can't put me in a box. I'm a circle.
I agree. I hear
I
that.
go around. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. No,
What
man. The box got four corners. The circle don't.
exactly? Exactly. You can
Yeah.
back to any situation you're put in.
Come on, man. This is what like I said, this is what I do. It's like I said, it's not cocky, it's not arrogance, it's just confidence and knowing you. Once you know what you're capable of doing, what you and know what you're doing, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I eat, breathe, sleep music, man. This is what I do.
And nothing can hold you back once you can unlock that. So
Yo,
mhm.
the most high, man. Come on, man. Who God bless, no man can curse, right?
Exactly. 100%.
This is this is from the most high. You can take everything away, all the vanity, everything, but you can't take a God-given talent, no
Exactly.
matter what you do.
100%.
Yeah. Like you can take all my music, erase all the music. No, I can tomorrow, wake up tomorrow, and the next 2 days and write a hit. Back on
Exactly.
it again. Let's go.
Exactly. Exactly.
Come on,
That's
man.
what counts, man. That's what counts.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you deal with haters who want to take your spot?
You can't I already have my spot from the most high. So you can't take what's rightfully mine anyways. That's one. And your haters are your biggest fans. Your haters are gonna go on the internet, listen to your music, critique it, and make a comment. Your best friend or some of your homies that you chill ain't even doing it. So I appreciate the hate. The key is as long as you love to hate, that's all that matters.
I
Because
agree.
before you hate, there's love in it.
I agree with that.
You feel me?
Mhm.
So your haters are your people don't understand. Like I love that because it's more motivation for me to go and it's like, yo, yeah, here you go critique that. Keep that view up. Keep speaking my name. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is spreading that energy of my music or whatever music we're creating around the world anyways, that positive energy, whether you like it or not. Oh, I don't like the way you sound on this part, it's trash. But then your comment is going to make people like, well, let me listen to that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So thank you,
That's
appreciate you.
that's why people say haters are like your biggest fans because low
They're
key
your biggest fans.
promoting your music for you.
Of course. Yo, bad news travel faster than anything else.
Exactly. Exactly.
And for a musician, watch this, for a musician, every every promotion is good promotion, whether it's bad, negative, or positive. It's still good promotion because one, people gonna know you for that guy that did that. But at the same time, they know who you are now. If they didn't know, now they know. And then on the other hand, on a positive note, people's like, "Yo, that's crazy. He's dope." So it's like, you're not really losing. It's just if you're in a negative light, you just gotta change the narrative eventually, right? And
Agreed.
make it positive. You know what I'm saying?
COVID-19 affected the industry for about a year. What are your plans now that the world is starting to open back up?
Um, yo, I'm very low key anyways. You know me, man. I'm not a party guy. I was self-isolated anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that doesn't really change anything for me per se. Cause I like, bro, you know me, like from growing up. You always used to see me by myself. I come to the ends by myself.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm coming family's crib to man them, yeah. But I come by myself. I don't bring a bugger, man. Or when I leave by myself anyways. Or we just roll together wherever. So
Yeah.
I've always been that type of guy. Like I said, I'm always socially distancing and
Even
self-isolating.
before it was a
You
thing.
know, yeah, even before it was a thing anyways. But it's good for the world to open back up. and people to get back to normal. And it's a lot of people depressed, and you know what I'm saying, and I feel it, because not a lot of people could deal with being isolated or being locked up and being restricted. But me, I feel like when you are in a situation, that's when you have time to better your goals, better yourself, find yourself, and then think about your chess move for the next couple months to a year, 2, 3 years, right?
I agree.
So it's like, but like I said, not a lot of people have the mindset that we do.
Mm-hmm.
So like some people can't take the lockdown, and it's a mental thing, and I get it too. It is harsh, because yo, like a lot of people are mental right now. You gotta check a lot of people. Like when I went to my dogs, I tell them, yo, dog, how's your mental health?
Yeah, man. It's
You
good
know what
to
I'm saying? Yo, it's good to like. Plus, as Black men, we don't check in like, yo, dog. We have that crazy tough exterior stigma too. Yo, don't cry. No, it's okay to cry. It's
exactly.
relief of stress, and sometimes it's good, happy tears. It's okay. A real man cries. A real man admit they're wrong, faults, and be vulnerable, and can be vulnerable. It's supposed to be vulnerable.
Because a
That's
lot
how you work.
of us
That's
black
how you work past things.
they look at it as like a weakness,
Yeah, no, that's when you're the most strongest. Recognizing your weaknesses so you can make them stronger. How are you weak if you cry? If you're vulnerable? Vulnerability allows you to understand situations and think and don't think like crazy, like, you know what I'm
You
saying?
don't make
Like
impulse.
irrational. Yeah, exactly. You think rational. You let it out and let it go.
Agreed.
And people, yeah, and that's how I think anyways. That
Mhm.
works for me anyways.
Yeah,
But like they think that a Black man crying is weak. You crazy? Man who shed a tear, you better worry about the man then.
exactly.
Where
Exactly.
we're from, when you see a man cry, you have to know, like, yo, this guy's crazy,
Yeah, anything could
you
happen.
know? Yeah, because a man could see the danger that he could cause you. And just because of that, he just let it out in a different way.
Hmm.
And just say, you know what? He doesn't even know what I'm really thinking right now. If he only knew and what I'm capable of doing.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's whatever, man. But it's only suckers really think that you're soft
yeah,
until the situation goes left for them, and then it's a different ballgame, right?
yeah.
So,
And for
you
me,
know,
I can say COVID-19, was kind of like a blessing because, to be honest, I don't think I would be here doing this podcast right now if it wasn't for the COVID. Because, it forced me to lock in and say, I'm not
what's
really,
my next step?
yeah, what's the next step or what's the next move? And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the times I was having convos with friends and stuff like that about certain situations. But I said to myself, you know what? Why don't I just put these conversations on wax for the world to see and hear,
Facts.
you know? And then, like, I knew a lot of people would probably be going through a lot of, situations and they wanted like an outlet. So I said, you know what? This podcast would be a good thing for people.
Hell yeah. Bro, listen, you created your own platform. You're
Mhm.
an artist. It's a double whammy for you.
Exactly. Exactly.
But at the same time, you've documented history with the Toronto music scene. A lot of people don't know that you have footage of history,
I know. I know.
like like in your possession. So your podcast, and it's gonna be dope. And you're giving these young artists a platform to be positive, to make something of themselves, put the guns down and change, talk shit out. Um, you found your niche, you found you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
you put work in, man. You're putting the work in.
of course.
So it's a blessing for you. And that's what I'm saying. You got to be able to see the blessing and the message to every situation. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like I said, COVID happened, and then this BMG situation just boom. I was like, oh, let's go. Even
Exactly.
though I had other situations I could boom, 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 boom do. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then I'm gonna currently work on too, other than BMG. But it's like, what? Let's go.
I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? So you found that. You found what you truly want to do, and you're passionate about it, because as I say, it coexists. You talk about music, which you're a crazy rapper, and it coexists in the same world,
Exactly. Exactly.
you
Trust
know?
me. Trust me.
It's
And
great promo for you too.
yeah, and
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I think in every interview to start playing your music.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. When I was doing
I'm
like
just gonna say that.
audio, the audio versions of the podcast, a lot of people would always hit me up to ask me what was the song that plays in the beginning. And a lot of people didn't even know it was me, unless you really know my voice, you know?
But that's what I'm trying to
A
say.
lot of people want to hear like more material, but maybe
Yeah.
maybe soon I may, release a little something because I'm always working, as you know, so who knows? Who knows?
Well, you have you have the platform to do it. I love the backdrop too. It's pretty dope. I
Thank
love what you're doing. I'm gonna say I'm proud of you. And like I say, man, you know what I'm saying? We Scorpios, man. So we go getters. We gonna get it anyway. And like I say, I know you from your like this.
Yeah.
So now the man that you are. So and I appreciate I appreciate you, and I'm proud, like crazy proud to see what you're doing.
Thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying? You're making moves.
Yeah, man. You know me from time. I've always been a man that was never afraid to put the work in. You know what I mean? I don't really ask for no handouts from no one. I just put the work in, That's what I
Of
got to do.
course, you're your own man. You always been a man to be like, yo, what? You're the only man in the hood to say, yo, let me get all this on footage. Let me get this on camera. Why
Yeah.
everybody's not even
Thinking.
thinking that? You're like, yo, let me document these moments in time, this greatness. So it's like that in itself, it's pure genius.
Yeah.
You know
And,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's pure hustler mentality, right?
Yeah. I've always been that way, man. And when it comes to like editing and putting stuff together, I'm a man. I'll sit home, go online and research how to do it. And then I don't stop until I kind of perfect it. So,
Yeah, passionate about it.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You're a scorpion, man. It's a scorpion in you.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah, man.
If you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
What would it be? I would change a narrative from this drug popping pill era because a lot of guys OD. And like I said, you're gonna influence a lot of these young cats because Toronto's culture, or our culture in Canada, that and I've been across Canada, was never to pop perks, mollies, and all this and lean. That's not our culture. I get it. Certain cultures, that's what you do, but that's not our culture. Me coming from Toronto, we never had that. Our culture is you beat to one juice and smoke a spliff
Yeah,
because it's Caribbean based too, right?
exactly.
It's multicultural. And you know what I'm saying? But our culture is not like pill popping era. There's so many cats that OD. That's one thing. Another thing is the violence is escalate crazy
Crazy.
on a level. The gun violence is insane. And it's like, even so, these young cats, they don't get it. Like I said, the energy you're putting out there, you're gonna receive it. Just remember, a lot of these cats think they're invincible, but you're gonna receive anything you put out there in the universe, you're gonna get it back. So even though you have beef with someone, the person dies now. All of a sudden now you're going on the internet. The dead can't even rest in peace no more.
I know.
You're going at it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I could change that narrative, so these young kids, that my kids and other people's kids don't see that and adapt, yo, that'll be a great thing. Or spark different minds to want to change that because yo, if it don't, it's gonna get worse. I promise you, it's gonna get. You're talking about a pandemic. That's a pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a crazy pandemic. The pills popping, the ODs, the and the gun violence and the talking ill of the dead is a pandemic.
I
It's a
agree.
crazy, like it's crazy.
I agree. And a lot of musicians are losing their lives in the last like 2 years, man. It's like I don't know.
Young kings, man. Young kings just caught up, lost. Just like, bro, what are you beefing with him for? It's
It's,
not life changing, man.
it's like a cycle. It's like a
Like
never ending cycle, man.
cycle. Like yo, you good. You have millions of dollars. You're changing your family's life, your kids' life. You're feeding other families. What are you putting on? What are you putting on a show for the world for? To be cool?
I know, man.
To look cool?
Hopefully,
Motherfuckers will wear $1,000 worth of jewelry, but not have armored cars or bulletproof cars.
insurance.
on our life insurance. Their cars won't even be bulletproof.
I know, man. Crazy.
But they're wearing $300,000-$400,000 jewelry. Crazy.
Priorities are backwards.
Oh, backwards, dog. You gotta have something to live for, right?
Trust me. Hopefully, there could be a change. It doesn't seem likely, but all we can do is think positive and
hope. Yeah.
Hope for the best.
Pray for the best, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. My last question I got before I let you leave is, what would you be doing right now if you weren't doing music?
I'd probably go in the military.
Oh, for real?
Oh, 1,000.
Why, if I may ask?
It would be great security for my kids too. You got to stand for something, or you fall for anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the real reason is obviously you're trying to bring peace into the world, right?
You're right.
Like I said, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? To fight for something that you actually want, or you think that the world needs this. You know what I'm saying? All these countries beefing over certain things. I don't get into in depth of what it is, and sometimes you don't even know where you in a country fighting for.
Of course, yeah.
You know, because you don't know the history of what went down, but you're there. You know, I'll probably think for peace sake, and you know what I'm saying, trying to save lives, man.
Agreed. I hear that.
Yeah, but the military, 100%.
Okay, I like that answer. Okay.
Yeah, I even thought about it even now.
Oh, for real, eh?
Oh, hell yeah. Bro, you can't be too old to go in the military.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an age thing.
Yeah, it's just like a mindset.
Yeah. It's a mindset, and you know what you're going there. You're fighting for a cause, right?
Yeah.
In your heart, you know you want peace, and you're trying to, you know. So that 100%.
Okay. So, Christian John, for those who don't know who you are, where can they get in touch with you? Oh, and where can they find your music?
Christian John Music on Christian John Music on Instagram, on Spotify, I believe, or Apple Music is C, Jaye. So CJ. I only have like 3 songs out, but obviously, like I said, I have the sync situation with BMG, so they're gonna do all the Spotify's and the Apple Music for.
So rollout will be coming soon then.
The barrage of music that's about to drop. Yeah, obviously there's a rollout. Plus, like, most of my stuff has been submitted to TV shows and movies right as we speak too. So you know, all that too. So you might just hear a Christian John song in a few TV shows or a few movies soon.
Okay, so I'll definitely be on the lookout for that.
Oh, and I'll definitely let you know what's popping.
Okay. Well, thank you again, bro, for taking the time out of your busy day to come sit with me and do this podcast episode with me, man. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me. And happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. You don't know.
Yes.
But thank you, my brother. Love,
yes,
respect, peace. Isn't it?
All right. And I hope to, get you on another episode soon, man.
Oh, most definitely. It's been so long. I know work in the film industry it's bro, there's times where it's hectic, and then you work 15-hour shifts, and then when you go home, it's like, yo.
Yeah, you're just done.
I'm up from 5:30 in the morning. You're coming home at like, you already know the time. So it's like, you don't really have time to really even talk on the phone like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the weekends, you're just going to try to sleep or try to even have a day for yourself. But then when you got kids, you got to make time for your kids too. You have to talk to them and check in and communicate. So it's like, it's a lot, but at the same time, we're going to definitely, it's all about time management. And that's what I'm working on better.
Of course. Well, yeah, bro. Thank you again, bro. And, I will have you on another episode, and enjoy the rest of your.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll talk. Bro.